All right, as I often do, I'm going to do 7 here. To me, all right, as I often do, I'm going to do 7 here. To me, there are 7 legitimate contenders for the NBA championship. I'm not including Golden State and Brooklyn because this is as presently constituted. Obviously, if KD comes back early, if Steph comes back early,
you're already off to a bad start because Jenna and I did our preliminary list and we have 8 teams. Because Golden State, with their reputation, they should be on there. That's just what we did this
Okay,
morning.
well, if there was an 8, we would put Golden State there. Instead, you're going to say you have real issue because of who I have number 7.
Let me see.
Number 7 is the Los Angeles Clippers. I think the Clippers are a good team, but massively overvalued in Vegas when people say they are the championship favorites. How could you not love the additions of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? I understand that. And they will have one of the greatest perimeter defenses we've seen in modern NBA history. They do not have rim protection. And when Paul George is out, and by the way, he's out until November at least, double shoulder surgery this offseason, I think they're going to struggle to find offense. By the end of the year, we will see. But the Clippers, while a very, very good team, I don't think they are close to the favorites out west. I got them at number 7.
There's only 3 teams in the NBA that do have rim protection. When you started listing, the Clippers are number 7. Right. Let me give you time to work on your thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Where do we have him on ours? Oh, we got the
Clippers. We're going to do it as number 2.
We're going to do him at the end. Yes.
Number 6. The Utah Jazz, the deepest starting lineup in the NBA. Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, who is a candidate for most improved player, a candidate to be an all-NBA guy. Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the best offseason additions. You already had Joe Ingles, and we know you have Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert. That is an outstanding starting 5. They have as good of a home court advantage as any team in the NBA outside of Denver. Utah, while I understand if people are skeptical of them come the postseason, in the regular season they will be a juggernaut. They're number 6.
They're going to win a lot of games, and the problem becomes in the postseason. They're going to be a tough out. So how much energy are you going to have to exert to be able to knock them out? So I do like them being on the list.
And which of these teams in the West, you're going to see 5 teams in the West out here, are going to be playing each other in the first round because you have 5 outstanding teams out West. Number 5, the Denver Nuggets. Denver, last year, the 2 seed, Nikola Jokic, even for skeptics such as myself, he was really outstanding offensively in that playoff run, in that game that seemingly went to 11 overtimes. He played almost every minute and showed that the weight wasn't going to hold him back. They are the biggest candidate to me, for a major midseason addition. They have the assets and the cap situation where they could add an all-star midseason. I've got Denver at number 5.
You talked about Utah having the best start in 5. Denver and the Clippers have the most depth. I'm talking about 1 to 12. Deeper than any other team, so I like Denver, and I think the experience they got last year in the postseason makes them another tough out in that Western Conference.
Absolutely. Number 4 is the Philadelphia 76ers. We thought they would be the best defensive team in basketball until we saw what Kawhi and Paul George coming together. They will certainly be the best defensive team out east. The only guy that can slow down Joel Embiid in the Eastern Conference has been Al Horford. They are now on the same team. The only reason they are not higher is I got to see it from Ben Simmons before I believe in it. I'm now on your corner with that. But the Sixers should be excellent once again.
Yeah, Jenna, we have the Sixers at number 3. We have them coming out of the Eastern Conference and having our number 1 team in the finals. We won't reveal that till you get to the end of this. But we do like the Sixers.
Number 3, the Houston Rockets. How can you not like the duo of Harden and Westbrook as far as what it can be? What it will be, we will see. But with the upgrade from Chris Paul at this stage in his career to Russell Westbrook is enormous. James Harden's dropping 40 in a preseason game, which isn't a thing I even knew happened in the NBA anymore. The Rockets and Harden continues his trend of being a top 3 player in this league. They're number 3.
Yeah, they do have 2 superstars, but I don't believe it works in playoff wins. They're going to have a hard time getting continuity in the playoff. I thought Harden getting 40 was a message to Russ. Like, how does Russ get in?
Squad?
I mean, how does Russ get in? So I do think they are a good team, but they're not in our top 4.
Number 2, the Milwaukee Bucks. I understand they're going to miss Malcolm Brogdon. I think Giannis is going to come back even more motivated given how the final 4 games of his season played out. They've got everyone back else other than him of note. Middleton, Lopez, George Hill, Eric Bledsoe. We know how good this team was last year. Best team in the regular season. They looked like the best team in the playoffs till they ran into the brick wall of Kawhi and the Raptors. That team's now gone. I got the Bucks number 2.
Jen and I think they're the second best team. We do think that they might have the number 1 record in the NBA because the regular season will be important to them, a lot like last season. But if Kawhi doesn't make that shot, does Milwaukee get through Philadelphia?
Absolutely right. So there's that question from last year. And then number one, it's obvious at this point, they have the best duo in basketball. They still have the best player in basketball. They have the best big man in basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers. The only question to me is Frank Vogel and health, as it is for every team. Health, I have confidence in. Frank Vogel, I'll see. I also think the Kuzma injury, could actually be good for them in this regard. I think Kuzma's best role might be sixth man for them, being the offense off the bench. That's the role he's going to have to come into, given the fact that he's starting the year injured. The Los Angeles Lakers, the best team in basketball and the favorite, to me, to win the NBA
Just
Finals.
out of curiosity, if KD was healthy, where would you have the Nets?
If KD were healthy, I'd have the Nets at number 5. Right behind
Oh.
Philadelphia, Houston, Milwaukee, and the Lakers.
If KD's healthy, we're going to bump Houston down. We have them up as far as number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where we have them.
No problem.
That's what we
Good
said.
job.